What is up, fellow sickos? I'm Dan Favale coming at you with the Certified Fantabulous, Mr. Grant Hughes. We hope you're all enjoying the All-Star break that you're getting from the NBA, and that's why we're putting out just some weird and fun content this week. And this standalone clip is a Hardwood Knocks NBA podcast special. Grant's going to need to guess the NBA player bobblehead that's on screen. I tried to find, I think I have 8 or 10 or 9 of the worst bobbleheads that I could find. They will appear in order of what I believe is increasing identification difficulty. And we're just going to see how many of them that Grant could guess. I think you're going to do pretty well because the longer I stared at them, I thought, okay, he'll be able to do this. But some of these are worth a discussion as to why were they produced, for sure. How are you doing, Grant?
I was gonna jump the gun and just answer and tell you how I felt. I'm nervous. I'm also very excited because I'm aware. I'm aware of the idea that like sometimes these bobbleheads are so bizarre and so far from looking like the person they're supposed to look like that maybe it'll just be funny. Like I really am hoping that I confuse like Dirk Nowitzki with Steven Jackson or something like that. Like I hope there's one.
I'm gonna have some questions about you and/or the bobblehead if that's what happens.
I don't know why those two names came to mind, by the way, but here we are.
You were just thinking about players who were on Southwest Division teams. I get it. I'm always there. So without further ado, again, they're gonna be easier at the beginning and they're supposed to get harder. So I expect you to do fairly well in the beginning. And if you don't, this is gonna be a journey. Who is this?
Okay. Thank you for leaving the jersey in there a little bit. If this is Daniel Gibson, I'm going to be really angry at you for your deceitfulness. This is LeBron James. It better be. That
is correct. I'm just curious. So I have the bobblehead next to LeBron James. What do you think of the rendering here? Is this one okay? I don't know. Something about like they had his hairline receding, I guess, before it was really receding. This is, supposed to be a younger LeBron James. I understand when the head's enlarged that it's exaggerated as cartoonish, but for a LeBron James bobblehead, I just thought it should have been better, more realistic.
But it's not bad. It's not bad. Like the facial features are pretty close. I guess there was a stretch there where the headbands got really giant for some guys, and he was kind of one of them. And so that was also a nice little tell, I feel like. Not bad. Okay. That's like, you can't miss that one.
All right, Grant, whose NBA bobblehead is this?
Oh, no. Are we already? Okay. I mean, it doesn't look like him at all, but I think it's pretty clearly the early 2000s Sixers uniforms. There's a headband there, sort of. I'm going to say Allen Iverson, but we're already like, this is not great.
You said Allen Iverson? You are correct. 2 of 2. That's a big deal.
So you like blurred out the armband there. What was the reason for that?
It says the answer on it. So
see, I can't read that. So you didn't factor in that my eyes ain't so good. So you maybe are blurring out more than you need to.
Well, I'm hoping this becomes a little bit difficult for the audience who's actually watching. And if if anyone's on YouTube and loves this exercise, I think it's gonna get harder. But this is a bad one, right?
That's not good. The face is like, what's happening?
And it's tough. I didn't know how much of the jerseys to blur out because but I do think it's the head that's supposed to do the talking, but you also sometimes can't, like, I'm just going to blur out the entire, so that was another challenge of this exercise. I'm impressed. I thought it might've taken you like 2 guesses.
I will say that without the jersey, obviously you blurred the wording and the number, but without the colors, like, I don't know, man, I might not have got there already. And this is only the second one.
I will say, I don't know if I said this at the top. If you get the last one, I might just shut down the podcast channel on YouTube. That's peak Hardwood Knocks sickoism, and I don't know that we would be able to ever top that type of knowledge.
I'm gonna let you know right now that based on the first 2, there's no chance I'm getting the last one. I don't feel good about the next one, which we should get to.
Number 3, guess the NBA bobblehead. Grant, who's this?
Oh my God. Okay, so I had a first instinct that was Brooke Lopez, but that's not my answer. The little chin stubble and then the facial features get you a little closer. I think that's Jokic.
3 for 3. That is Nikola Jokic. Which, I don't know. That was fine. I actually thought that might have been if it wasn't for the jersey, I think that Allen Iverson's could have been harder than the Nikola Jokic one.
Yeah, Brooke Lopez was my very first thought because the blue of accents on the uniform read as black to me, so I'm thinking Brooklyn Nets, Brooke Lopez. But the face is like just enough, just close enough. But it's not. That's not perfect. That's also like he's pretty tan, and as you've got the side by side there, Jokic is a lot paler than that.
Number 4, you're 3 of 3. This is very impressive. Grant, whose NBA bobblehead is this?
Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, the jersey is doing some work here. Oh man. Cause that feels Spursy to me. And the face is just all wrong. But also I'm going shorts length, which would have been about right for this era of Spurs. If it's not the Spurs, then I'm hopeless here. I'm gonna say that's Kawhi.
That is incorrect.
Okay. Oh boy. Now
strike one.
Real close. Oh man, I still think that's the Spurs.
I do appreciate the creativity of having someone rather than just like have the ball under the arm. It looks like they're trying to make them dribble the ball. I respect that, but the ball seems disproportionately small.
Well, that's another point in it being Kawhi's favor, as it looks like this guy has giant hands. Which
who else has giant hands?
I don't know. Everyone in the NBA.
That's going to be another stat padding segment. Guess the NBA player hand.
Who else has giant hands? That face is giving me nothing. I just have no idea. As you don't give it away, but as you look at that face, or 1 to 10, how close is that to a good likeness facially in your mind? Because you know who it is, obviously.
I would say, I think once you find out who it is, you'll be able to nudge it up to a 2 or a 3. It's not quite a 1. Might even be a 4.
Not quite a 1. So. God, man. I'm going to say Tim Duncan because I'm just going to be stuck on the Spurs, even though I don't think that looks like him at all.
Correct.
That's a bad bobblehead.
What would you? 1, I don't actually know the size of Tim Duncan's hand. So if anyone, does he have, like, would he make a basketball look like a tennis ball? I'd like to know. But 2, what would you give that now likeness on a scale of 1 to 10, knowing who it is?
It's not good. It's not good. I don't. The face is just, I picked Kawhi Leonard, even though it looked nothing like Kawhi Leonard. I just was sold on the jersey and the shorts.
You had the team
now
right
I know
away, though.
Now I know we're going back, though, a little ways. So I have to be, although I'm the guy that mentioned Dirk Nowitzki and Steven Jackson. So I guess I was prepared for that. All right. So that's am I at 4? So I'm over 50%. Are there 7 altogether?
I think there are 8. You've gotten all 4. You've only, with only 1 strike through them. That's impressive.
I'll take it.
Whose NBA bobblehead is this, Grant?
Oh boy. I'm going to say that's Zion. Just based on the face, because the jersey's not giving me anything. Is that correct?
That is incorrect. Strike 1.
Oh boy. Well, now we're in big trouble because I thought
I'm not going to lie. I didn't think Zion when I first saw this, but that was a hell of a pick based off the likeness. That's a hell of a pick.
The hair's a little Zion-ish. Okay, what is that? I get nothing from the jersey. It's like shadowed, so it's like darker blue or black maybe. Oh boy, we got a mustache on there. Am I seeing a mustache? You know what? I'm gonna make this window bigger. I'm gonna try to give myself as much.
I'm gonna turn on my 2nd and 3rd monitors.
No, this is already on the 2nd, and I'm gonna drag the mouse further apart so I really get in there. This player has undergone a lot of effective teeth whitening. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I got nothing from the jersey. I'm looking for clues elsewhere. They're not coming.
There are context clues in the background.
Oh, there are championship trophies. Thank you. And there's 2 that we can see. So who's got a couple championships?
Well, that's a misleading context clue.
Oh, well, okay. So then, this is awful. If this is who, there's a very skinny arm that's long in the background. And I think you doubled up on the Spurs. And is this Wemby?
That is correct. I shouldn't have told you about the context clues.
Awful. That doesn't look like him at all. Oh boy. Well, they are.
Zion,
You know what? They're underselling his future with only 2 championship trophies in the background. So
there was I zoomed in on it, so there were the 5 Spurs trophies. I didn't want that to be a dead
Okay.
giveaway. And then there's a picture of Wemby in the background, and I thought I was like, what if I just left the arm in to make it just maybe he'll detect that.
Going back-to-back Spurs is also very sneaky. That's like on a multiple choice test where like 5 in a row have been C, and you're like, the 6th one will not be C, and you
Right.
get it wrong because that's the logic you're using.
Jericho, 5 of 5. Here we go. Whose NBA bobblehead is this?
What is happening?
Can you identify any of the surrounding bobbleheads that are next to them?
There's a 34. Well, there's that red one. The red jersey next to him feels like a Michael Jordan. The hair, like this has to be a Luka on the Mavs, but it looks like a weird carnival, like I don't know, advertisement. If that's not Luka, I don't know what to say.
Luka, 6 of 6.
That's a tough look, man. Like that's like creepy grandma doll house thing. Like, you know.
That's like you asked Nico Harrison to design the Luka Doncic bobblehead level rendering.
Maybe he saw this and he's like, this is the future. We got to get out of this business. That's rough.
It's what if Luka was tripping LSD is kind
also
of
like, what do they do with his teeth? And what's happening like with the knockoff like thrift store jersey with just the number on it? Did they give this away at a Mavericks game? I don't know why you would
No,
know
I'm
this,
assuming this is like maybe I don't know if it's I'm assuming these are like team. How do you pronounce it?
This is the Timu Luka.
Yeah. This is the Timu Luka. Grant, you're 6 of 6. You haven't used up more than 1 strike on any of the players we've given you. I think there's 2 left.
Okay.
I think. Are you ready? Whose NBA bobblehead is this?
Well, gosh,
I also
like
lied.
kind of,
you have more than 2 left.
This feels like offensive almost. I think that's Giannis.
That is also correct. That is Giannis Antetokounmpo as a Giannis in drag or Giannis in clown makeup. I don't know.
What's he looking at? The eyes are like, what's going on up there?
I think
that's another Timu Giannis.
Yeah,
there.
that was from the company that brought you Nico Harrison's version of Luka Doncic.
I wish you could see how zoomed in I am on these on my screen.
On this one in particular, I don't want to because I think this is the most harrowing one, like just of anything that we've seen so far.
Yeah, that's a creepy one. For him and Luka both are pretty creepy.
Grant, whose NBA bobblehead is this?
Well, the hair. What's going on there? Well, it's the Bulls. This is either like from 1988, or this is the bobblehead attempt at Josh Giddey's hair. So I'm gonna say Josh Giddey.
Strike 1.
Uh-oh, now we're in big trouble. I don't know what to do with the hair. I just don't know.
Honestly, David Hasselhoff was my first thought.
It's kind of like,
did he play for the Bulls? I can't remember.
I'm getting some Blake Griffin, but the hair is all wrong. It's definitely not Blake Griffin. And the jersey, I guess that could be a red Clippers jersey. Good job blocking out just enough so it's not total. There's only so many red jerseys. Oh my God. That is hair, right? That is like a mullet like cut we're looking at. I don't know.
It's not a chia pet. I don't
Okay. It's not like I don't know. I just honestly, if you couldn't see that little bit of long hair in the back, I would feel pretty good about saying Blake Griffin for this one. Boy. This is the second to last or
I think this is the second to last.
Man. So just so I can stall a little bit, as you're looking at this, is there any part of you that knowing the answer is like, yeah, I can see it? Or is this just, are we in the like misfit toy section of this exercise now?
I think once you know who it is, you will be, okay, I get it. It's not obviously the optimal rendering, but you'll see it.
You don't say. Oh, I got nothing. I don't know who it would be that has hair like that, and I can't look at anything else besides the hair. How about let's go? I guess he was on the Bulls for a second. Is this Robin Lopez?
Strike two.
Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't. I just have no idea. So
Do you want me to tell you what team?
yeah.
Bulls.
Okay.
You're right there.
Can you give me? I would like a year range, or you could just say, is this an active player?
No.
Okay. Not. Is this a really terrible Joakim Noah?
It is Joakim Noah.
That's not good. There's no facial hair. One. That's what a mislead.
His hair was mostly always in a bun, not slicked it back that way. Yeah.
That's okay.
So would you have gotten that one? I mean, you got there. I didn't give you any other clues other than it was a former player.
I mean, so when you said not active, that made me think, like, are we dealing, like, my first thought was this is a late 80s, like, actual mullet. And I was going to run through, like, names of players that it could have, like, but I don't think anybody had an actual, I can't think of anyone with a mullet like that on the Bulls specifically. I'm sure there were some. That's a hard one. If with no, I don't know. I can't wait to see the worst ones than this.
This is the final one coming up. Grant, whose NBA bobblehead is this?
That's terrifying. I mean, this is like someone made this at home. Like there's no way that this was
or
like
tried to turn like someone's bobblehead into someone else's bobblehead.
Yeah. It's just, or that's just like a doll head that someone stuck on a, that's rough. The eyes are just piercing. No one's eyes are that color. The smile, I think it's the smile that's really, really getting me. And
this person, despite the rendering, is not a serial killer that we know of. So
or like that. One of several weird dolls that a serial killer would have in their house. So you've totally covered up the jersey, which to me, although I can see a little bit of white on the shorts, maybe, so that isn't that helpful.
What team? How many teams have white white uniforms?
Fewer and fewer these days. Everybody's going with black as the alternate or the base color. So I think because you also are a little bit of a psychopath, you are going to confront me with someone that I just don't care to see depicted this way. I'm gonna guess this is Steve Nash.
I hate you. I can't believe one shot kill. The podcast channel will be shut down immediately following this video.
Bad. Good jersey though. We've gone back to like a jersey that actually looks like what the person wore. If they gave this away at a Suns game, it's that's so. I want to see a clip of Steve Nash assessing his own bobblehead. If that exists out there somewhere, someone find it.
It would have been fun to do this exercise with one of the players who was the bobblehead to see if they would have guessed themselves.
I mean, if someone made something like this of me, I would never forget it. And so I would have no trouble identifying it. You correctly chose the, I don't know if this was the hardest one, but this is the worst of all. Cause like I don't know who that's supposed to be.
Everything is just like, even the eyebrows are scary. They look super painted on because of the way they're just like flattened like that. There's no arch.
Also, like, there's eyeliner basically like involved, so it gives it a real, like, I don't know, man.
And nobody has like Arctic freeze blue eyes with the whites.
I mean, neck down, no notes. Totally normal.
They spelled Suns correctly,
right? Yeah, that's a tough one. They got the little oval around the number. I remember those uniforms. The basketball lines are very wrong, though, as I'm looking at it now. That's not what a basketball looks like. Yeah, this is whatever's below Timu. This
whatever's below Timu. I hope you enjoyed that. You did better than I was hoping that you would, because I didn't want this to be too easy, but it seems like it might have been too easy, or you're just a sicko. Good job by you.
Well, it was easy to accomplish. Harder, though, will be the act of trying to erase all these faces from my nightmares, because this was a harrowing experience.
I'm pretty sure I would have went, if you did this for me, 5 of 8 or 6 of 9. I think there ended up being 9. Let us know how many you got in the comments though. So because if you did, Grant did basically 9 of 9. Like, how many strikes did you use? 4 across the entire thing. So good job by you.
Something like that. Yeah. Also, just let us know how you're doing. If you just had to look at all those, hopefully.
Yeah, Grant keeping us on the Joakim Noah and Steve Nash ones for so long is that was a little bit mean.
That was rough.
Are you ready to take us out of here, sir?
Sure. Thanks everybody for going through that with me. I hope I hope you can cope with those images being in your head going forward. Rate, review, subscribe. Send us the weirdest looking bobbleheads you can find, and maybe we'll do a special edition listener and viewer submissions and see if I don't know who will guess, but I'm sure there's plenty more out there. Join our Discord. Maybe that's a good place to submit stuff. Links in the YouTube and podcast description. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. Shouts Frank Ntilikina. Apologies, Jared Allen.